You might have heard that saying, she stole my heart or he stole my heart. Well, sometimes they steal something else.
Those stories are coming up next. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Kiss the Frog Show.
Oh, yes.
Kiss
We got
the
some
frogs.
good stories coming up. But before we get into
It's
them,
your girl, Shirok.
and I'm Ed, and this is for
Entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research.
This is what we call helpful entertainment because, yes, it's all entertainment. But if you're in the dating scene, you can learn a lot from some of these stories and our input from our past history as well. But really, the stories, listen to them, and hopefully these will help you in your search for love and relationship and so forth. So today we have 2 stories, wild dating stories. They stole something
But not
than their heart. Yeah.
their heart.
Yeah. Oh boy, this one's oof. It's gonna be. Can you imagine like going on a date and you just want to
That's
find
the
love
thing.
and then stuff like this happens?
Yeah,
All right.
that's good.
So the first story, Shirok, is called "The Wallet That Went for a Walk." Oh brother, you're gonna see this one coming. All right, let's start. Evan thought the date was a home run. He met Sophie at a trendy taco place. She laughed at his jokes, complimented his shoes, and said things like, "Wow, you're really easy to talk to," which is basically dating gold, right? They ordered margaritas, shared guacamole, and even planned a second date out loud. And again, when we talked about before, that's, sometimes it's a little unusual to get to that point, but I guess they really liked each other.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, Sophie said, "I'm just going to wash my hands real quick." Totally normal, right? She left her jacket on the chair. Good sign. Evan stayed at the table, scrolling his phone, feeling proud of himself. When Sophie came back, everything felt exactly the same. They finished eating, laughed some more, and eventually said their goodbyes in the parking lot. Evan got to his car, reached for his wallet to grab a receipt. Nothing. He checked his jacket, he checked the seat, the cup holder. Panic set in. He ran back into the restaurant, convinced he dropped it. The staff helped him search everywhere. No wallet. Then his phone buzzed. Bank alert. $180 charge. Luxury beauty supply. Evan blinked. Another alert. $95 drugstore gift cards. His stomach dropped. He checked his banking app and froze. His debit card had just been used minutes ago by Sophie. She hadn't gone to wash her hands. She'd gone to the bathroom, quietly lifted his wallet from his jacket, slipped the card out, and put the wallet back where it was so he wouldn't notice it until later. He texted her immediately. "Hey, did you grab my card by accident?" Read, but no reply. Blocked. The police later told him this was actually a known tactic. She'd done it before. Evan canceled his cards, went home, and sat in silence replaying the date. The worst part? She texted him earlier that night. "I love how trustworthy you feel." His friends still bring it up every time he reaches for his wallet. They call it the guac and grab. I know that's funny, but it's not funny.
It's not funny.
Oh my goodness gracious. So let's get into it. Shirok, I'll let you go first.
The question I had, this is crazy. The question I had, he actually texted her and said, "Did you take my wallet by accident?" What was that?
It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make sense to me though. Like, why would you even text her and ask her that? When you saw the credit card, especially the store, and this what he went to CVS, she went.
Oh, she was
supplies.
She
already did two charges within what? Within an hour.
She was like this.
Oh, is it hot in here?
She was like, money, 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 money.
Yeah, sorry, that one's a long one. Yeah, exactly.
She's like, yeah, and it's not my money, right? So just spend it. Yeah, but that's a shame, and unfortunately, yeah, she can get a lot. You can go to jail for that now. You know that, right?
And he was just like,
What? But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
Exactly. I did that one last time too. But it's true. It's like he's just in shock. Like, really? I like took you on a date, and all this, and you took my card. And then to realize, and this is what we mean by helpful entertainment. These are funny stories or cringy stories, but you know here, take your wallet with you to the bathroom. Take what's important to you with you. Keep it on you. As the police mentioned his story, that this was a trend that was happening. So it unfortunately happens. And it doesn't happen to be, it could be a man or a woman. It doesn't matter, right? This is all gender neutral, meaning it could happen on either side. So just be careful. Yeah, that's a bummer. And it happened so fast. I know how panic is. If you've ever had a credit card even that's been charged, a wrong charge, you feel like you got to deal with it right away. Imagine within minutes, you're just like, oh, that must have been the panic. Must have been like, oof.
But that one was one of the good things. At least it happened right away, so he knows to be on it. Imagine it took days.
She figured it would be a while, and good thing you had the bank alerts. So that's another thing too. Make sure you get a good one that you get these alerts when stuff happens.
That was a good one, definitely. So definitely you can learn from this as well.
So this next one, you ready for this next one?
Yeah, let's do this next one.
Oh my goodness. This next one's called the apartment tour theft.
I can imagine what that's about. The apartment
I think
tour
a little hint, huh? So Maya went on a first date with this guy named Trevor she met online. He was charming, well-dressed, very interested in her job, her hobbies, her plants, everything. Green flags everywhere. They grabbed drinks. Then Trevor said, "Hey, can I see your place? I promise I'm not a weirdo." That to me is a red flag right there. And why do you want to see your place? That's weird. Against her better judgment, ding, 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 right? And because the date felt safe, she agreed. I'm curious to see if this was the first date. They went back to her apartment. He complimented everything. Nice couch. Cool artwork. Wow, you're really organized. At one point, Trevor asked, "Mind if I use your bathroom?" Maya said, "Sure," and went to the kitchen to pour water. 10 minutes passed. She knocked. "You okay?" "Yeah, sorry, just washing my hands." He came out smiling like nothing happened. They talked a bit more, and then he said he should, head out. They hugged goodbye. Everything seemed normal until Maya went to charge her phone. Her Apple Watch was gone. Then she noticed her cash jar, the one she used for laundry, was empty. She checked her bedroom. Her designer sunglasses were missing. Maya's heart dropped. She realized Trevor hadn't just used the bathroom. He used the opportunity. She texted him immediately. "Hey, did you take my watch?" 3 dots appeared, then disappeared. Then, "Oh wow, that's crazy. I hope you find it." Blocked. Jeez. Maya later realized he strategically complimented items he planned to steal, memorizing where they were. The bathroom trip? Just long enough to move quietly around her apartment. She filed a police report, but nothing came of it. The trauma stuck, though. For months afterward, anytime someone asked to use the bathroom, she felt her soul leave her body. Now, whenever friends suggest inviting a date home too soon, Maya just says, unless you want your house lightly robbed, no. They all know the story. They call Trevor the complimentary burglar. Oh my goodness. All right, you're going to get into this one first because I'm going to reserve a couple things.
Right. So, of course, you don't know how many dates they've been on, right? It doesn't really state.
No, it sounded like it was like a first date or something.
Yeah, it could have been still fairly new.
Right.
And she did have a gut. Listen to your gut, first of all, too, because, like, oh, can I go to your house? Like, for what? And, like, what you want to come to my house for?
I need to use your toilet.
No, we can go to the restaurant for that. So, I don't know. Like I said, I always want to tell people to be curious and ask questions like, why did he really want to go to her apartment?
Well, you know why, right?
Why?
He wanted to steal stuff.
Well, if somebody said they want to come to my apartment, I wouldn't think they want to steal. I'd be thinking they want to get in my pants. You
Oh.
understand what I'm saying? So it's still some type of negativity there. I would think, oh, they want to probably get me into bed early. That's the first thing a lot of women comes with. They don't think of a guy coming to your apartment
We're
to rob.
friends and we hook up and we go on dates, but we're not dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I would still have said no. That was kind of like, why would she say yes? You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Let me just lower this down.
And I know sometimes when you're definitely on dates, you know, you want to be acquiesced and you want to be friendly and kind and stuff like that, but you still have to.
You gotta know what's going on, but that's
Cautious.
unusual because usually it's like,
Do you actually find me funny or are you just trying to sleep with me?
right, exactly. You know, but in this case, it was, do you find me funny or you just want to rob
from
me? So, okay, so really quickly, what I would think of it is, you know, and again, I'm not trying to go on a moral trip, but really, you got to be very careful inviting people over. I mean, this was stealing, but God forbid, it could be other things too. You probably should take some time before you invite anybody over. 10 minutes is like, it is a long time. And again, nobody's like counting, but that's a long time to be in the bathroom. I don't know. This one is, it's hard because in stealing, if they come over your house, they could just see something on the side and just swipe it too. But you got to learn to trust somebody and build some bond. I don't know. I can't say anything. There's people that like having people over on the first date because they just, and again, not even for sexual. There's some people just like to, you know, I feel like, hey, I want to spend more time with the person, look over my house, get to know who I am, get to see how I live. But I don't know. You just got to be careful. That's just a damn shame, to be honest with you. All right, Shirok, we're going to go to your final thoughts on all this stuff, keeping both stories in mind. What do you think?
Oh, both stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are here, definitely. I want to always tell people we're here for prevention. We want to make sure they're making good choices when they are dating. And that's what we're here for, just to let you know that. And both of these stories definitely had some, especially the second one, when you think someone, oh yeah, the first one too, they both was about stealing, right? The one stole the wallet and she's charged up that, I mean, that could have go both ways as well. And unfortunately, that happens. And you don't know people until you start like going on dates and asking those questions and just know little things. I got a little story though for this one. I wanted to say, sometimes you have to see what people do. So this is a true story, by the way, just to put my
let me go back to, let's go back to this because it's going to take a minute or two. Go ahead.
No, so I just wanted to say, if you see some people that always looking at and asking questions, like the second one, this is nice. So they actually being observant, like, oh, this person noticing a lot of stuff. And they noticing that wallet too. So just to be careful on that. I'm going to pass on the story for now because I know Ed wants to go.
No, go ahead. Tell your story. Tell your story real quick. Go ahead.
No, so basically I wanted to say that when I went on a date, I noticed a guy being observant, like even in the car and just going through the glove compartment. It's like, why would he be doing that? So they basically just looking around and see what they maybe can take. Who knows? And technically, sometimes they do take things.
What?
That's so funny.
Did this person take stuff?
Well, he was asking a lot of questions, like, "Oh, that's nice," and they do that. One thing is that when you wear expensive stuff, like me, like I could say, I'm like a Gucci girl. Sometimes I wear Gucci stuff, like, oh, so they see that you have money, so that could be a possibility. But I scanned up on that really quickly, and I was like,
What the hell are you talking about?
Exactly.
Especially when they start asking for prices. Oh, is that real? Is that a real?
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, why? So.
We're pointing out that is like what you're talking about. Like, what is just? Yeah, there's some questions that's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you said that. So, for me, I don't think I had anything stolen per se. My experiences, as far as I know. But here's something that I will say that people, and we maybe we'll do stories about this down the road. I'm sure we will. But here's something I think is kind of like stealing, and I'll reach out to the guys and gals out there and see what you think. I say guys because traditionally there's a lot of guys that will pay on the first date. But there's a lot of people that is going to date just to get a free meal, and they know it, and they sit there and they're like, yeah, whatever you want. They're very whatever, and they just want the other person to pay for the meal. And to me, you can look at it many ways, but I don't want to say go far as stealing, but it's taken advantage of. But aren't you paying for something that's really not, I guess it's not really stealing, but it's almost, it's kind of like stealing the time, because that person want to invest time with you, and you're using their money to just feed your stomach instead of having really a conversation. But anyhow, in terms of stealing, just be very careful. Keep your eyes on your stuff. You don't know these people. People try. I don't care if you're talking to somebody for 2 or 3 weeks and you think you know this person. You know a voice. You haven't been with a person. You haven't seen their texts. You don't really know who they are. You think they know who you are. Especially now with AI, man. People can create a fake life. You know that on social media. Be careful. I'm going on. I can go on and on about this. I don't want to preach. So
when we say be careful, we don't want you to be stalking either. We don't want to have that type of, you told me to be cautious, so I'm going to go
take things slow
and stalk someone.
Everything's fast. Everything's fast. Click, 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 swipe, swipe, swipe. I want to be in love. I want to be in love. Okay, take your time. There's an old song. Baby, we can do it. Take your time. Do it right. All right. On that note, shows our age, but that's right.
Thanks for watching. Kiss the Frogs.
You want to hear your story? Go to kissthefrogs.com. Go to share your story. We don't want any revenge stories. Please don't take the opportunity to bash an ex or anything like that. We just want to hear stories where, like this, kind of funny, a little cringy, especially there's a lot of people that I know that can write really well. Put it out there. We'll read it online here, and it would be great. And we'd really like to hear from you.
We would love to hear from you.
Until next time,
kiss the frogs.
You got.
Hope to see you next time on Kiss the Frog.